is Atletico.
Atletico Madrid would define themselves as the people's club.
In many ways, Atletico Madrid define themselves by what they're not, and what they're not is Real Madrid.
Real is the club with the money and the club of the elite and the people with the trophies.
Being in Real Madrid's shadow has definitely impacted Atletico Madrid's history. Real Madrid, of course, are the team that have won the most La Liga titles. They've won the most Champions Leagues. They've always stolen the focus a little bit in the capital.
To some extent, Atletico defined themselves by hardship. They were relegated. They went 14 years without winning the derby. They reached the Champions League final twice, but lost both times to Real Madrid.
We always say Atletico is understood more with life than with football, and it's those values of, going against the grain and staying humble and falling down and getting back up again over and over and over again. And even just understanding that suffering is a part of life, and that makes the good times so much more sweet.
Diego Simeone has been such a good fit because he knows what Atletico Madrid's mentality is all about. When they had their greatest ever success, which was in 1996 when they won the league and cup double, Simeone was there. He even scored on the final day of that league season when they won that title. So he's been there for the good times and the bad at Atletico. He knows what the club is all about.
Simeone also plays on the idea of Atletico as outsiders, as underdogs. But he also doesn't want them to accept it. He wants them to believe in hard work and togetherness and fight, that through those qualities you can always upset the odds.
For example, in 2013, we came up against Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. Atletico hadn't beaten Real in 14 years, and Cholo made them believe they could win, and they won, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing.
When people actually play for him, they realise how good he is. For defenders, you're working for the best manager in the world. You see the history of how good the defence have been over the years.
Most people will know about Atletico's defensive qualities. Essentially, this is the hardest working football team in the world. But if you talk to the players, a word that often comes up again and again is family, that sense of togetherness, a collective, of loyalty to each other.
For some clubs it can be very difficult. It can take maybe a year, 2 years to click, but I feel like here, it just shows how close everybody is here. You can see how good a man manager is. Everybody can see how passionate he is on the touchline, and it gives you a lift.
The characteristics of Simeone's Atletico have pretty much been, let's play 4-4-2, let's shut the door at the back, and let's try and get a couple of goals at the other end with the quality we have there. That's been the case since he arrived in 2011, but before that, earlier in his career, he'd always said that his philosophy was play the best formation for the players I have available. In Argentina when he was coaching there, or in Italy, that was a bit more attacking, and now in this season, in 2020-2021, he's changed, and now they play a 3-5-2 or some variant of that, and the reason is because he has the players where that formation makes the most sense.
Like any good side, this Atletico team has a very strong spine, with Jan Oblak in goal, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world in recent years. And then Jose Jimenez, the tough, never-say-die Uruguayan centre-half, behind Koke in central midfield, the sort of the pulse of the team. And then, of course, Luis Suarez up front.
He's more or less the same Suarez as old. He's not quite as quick, but when you get the ball to him in the box, he can finish like he always has been able to.
We're a very tough side to beat. We've got a very good team, good players. Our stadium can be a tough place to come to.
The stadium move was really interesting to me because it has changed the club a bit.
It was extremely difficult to see the Calderon go. That stadium had become just such a big part of the culture and who Atletico is. And just so many, 50 years of memories and of incredible moments. I mean, the Metropolitano though, it's absolutely incredible. The first time I went in there, it blew my mind. And I think it definitely kind of does coincide with the way that Atletico is growing as a business, as a football club, as kind of a brand.
There's no doubt Atletico Madrid are exploiting a gap that Barcelona and Real Madrid, it feels like almost at the end of one cycle but not quite into the next one.
I think the duopoly really has been broken. Atletico Madrid are here to stay. They're really there to pounce on any season where one of the big two is not quite at their best. So yeah, I think La Liga very much is now a three-team league.
Thanks for checking out the BBC Sport YouTube channel. Remember to give this video a like and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload. See you soon.